The same thing as you know, that if you didn't have a necklace, you can't go to the finals because you're a threat.
Right.
Same thing as me. I knew if I didn't have protection, I wasn't going to the finals. I'm guaranteed final 3, so it's up to me.
You know, I wish more Survivor players just made shit up. Too many people get caught up in telling half-truths. The art of just lying for fun has been lost. Since the inception of hidden immunity idols all the way back in Survivor Guatemala, fake hidden immunity idols have also been a thing. As soon as Gary Hawkins, humble landscaper, found the idol that was absolutely 100% for certain on the ground,
That thing is definitely by far on the ground.
he made a fake idol, just in case someone else was looking. In the interim 38 seasons since that moment, the strategy around fake idols has evolved, because the strategy around hidden immunity idols has evolved, because Survivor as a game has evolved. So today, I'm going through what I believe are key moments in fake idol strategy history. Moments where the meta changed, the strategy shifted, or just big things happened. And we'll see if we can figure out what makes these handcrafted trinkets so popular. Let's get into it. I will start by saying this is not an exhaustive look at all fake idols in Survivor history, simply because not all of them are impactful. Survivor doesn't even include all of them in the show. But is anyone really going to get mad at me if I don't mention the fake idol made by Zeke in Millennials vs Gen X, which production forgot to tidy up at the end of the season, leading to it being found by Aussie and Game Changers? And is anyone really going to point out me lampshading this moment just so I can mention it in the video? I don't think so. The first batch of fake idols were made in Survivor Guatemala and Survivor Panama, but we the audience wouldn't be privy to this type of dastardly play until Survivor Fiji. Well, unless you watched the earlier show back in 2006, I guess. None of these idols were actually found, although it is interesting to note that the strategy of bluffing you have an idol was first considered as early as the second season featuring them. The first fake idol to actually have an impact was in Survivor Micronesia, when Aussie made this really intricate and compelling fake idol. He really took his time delicately crafting each individual component, and the fact that Jeff threw it in the fire was a real disservice to his skills as a craftsman.
Jeff, come on, that took hours to make.
This masterpiece of an idol...
That's not the idol.
What is it?
It's a stick, I know.
Okay, fine. This stick actually served a purpose pretty well. Aussie had the idol, he didn't want anyone to know he had it, and so he put the minimum effort possible into tricking someone into thinking they had it instead. If this had been found by anyone else in the history of Survivor, this plan would not have worked. But Jason is not anyone else in the history of Survivor. He is, in fact, a genius. You may think fake idol strategies couldn't go much further beyond these simple tricks. Bluff the idol, or use it to trick someone into thinking they have the idol. But it turns out Survivor Gabon would have us bear witness to another evolution of the game, when Bob made a beautiful fake idol. An idol so beautiful, it's actually better than the real idols in the new era. Is Bob's strategy still technically trick someone into thinking they have the idol? Yes, but there's a distinction to be made. Aussie made the fake idol, so there'd be less suspicion on him having the real deal. Bob made the fake idol, initially to bluff as a real one, but was soon convinced to use it for other reasons. He used it as a favor because the tribe really did not like Randy for some unexplainable reason.
Put no the rush, no rush. Just drop it. Way out here, Charlie. What farther? Farther. Maddie, don't pull it back. Just set it forward and drop it.
Wait.
This meant Bob could use the fake idol to humiliate Randy, which in turn won him some social capital in the tribe, allowing him to stick around just a bit longer. Is it the nicest strategy in the world? Probably not. Was it an effective one? I'll say the results speak for themselves. Fake idol strategy didn't really evolve from here for a while, but there are a few highlights I'd be remiss if I didn't mention. One of which being the Rupert Rock. And I kind of count this as an evolution in the strategy, because he's bluffing having the idol, but in a new and subtle way. He's not showing you that he has the idol. After all, that would be suspicious. What sort of person would just reveal they have a hidden immunity idol to their enemies, basically giving up all of the power that the idol holds, and they can instead keep it secret and hidden, like the name implies? Rupert instead, let's put a rock in his pocket. It tricked people into thinking he had an idol that he was trying to keep hidden from everyone, but was just doing a really bad job at it, which is very funny to me. I love weaponizing perceived incompetence. You don't expect these kind of 4D plays from Rupert of all people, but it was enough to trick Russell, and I enjoy that. I also enjoy Abby sucking at lying. Oh yeah, this thing I got at the auction is both a challenge advantage and a hidden immunity idol clue. No, you can't see the paper, just trust me bro, why would I lie? Tony also tried the strategy of just make shit up, but does this count as a fake idol play? It's more like an expired idol play. It is insane to me that he came up with a lie regarding the super idol that was plausible enough for the players to believe production would do it, but technically not a fake idol play. Val also really pushed the fake idol meta to its limits. She not only pretended to have a hidden immunity idol, a simple move that anyone could conceivably think of, she pretended to have 2 of them. Because think about it. Really think about it. No, seriously, I need you to think about it and justify this move to me in the comments below. I've spent the past 20 minutes staring at this Word document, desperately trying to come up with a reason for Val to think this was a good idea, and I've got absolutely nothing. And while you're down there writing the script for me, you could also subscribe, thank you. Annoyingly enough, the next big fake idol idea comes from Joe in Worlds Apart, and it's another one that kinda just doesn't make sense. Joe has been on a challenge streak, and once he finally loses, it seems his time is up. Luckily, Joe is a jewelry maker, and can once again make a fake idol better than any real idol production has made since the new era. So what does he do with his extremely convincing real idol that he could use to bluff his way through another round? He gives it to Mike. So Mike will save him? Wait, what? I sort of understand this strategy. His goal is to win some social favor with Mike so he can make it further than the perceived 1 round a real idol would give him. But in practice, this is just a bad move, right? If it's a real idol, this makes negative sense, right? It just gives Mike instant security to vote him out. Right? It's not like Mike even bothered to try and save him here, so yeah, maybe don't adopt the strategy. I can't believe the most effective fake idol strategy so far is just bullying Randy. David came up with a slightly new strategy for fake idols in Millennials vs Gen X. It seems similar to Ozzy's idea, trick someone into thinking they have an idol, but the intent was slightly different. Instead of shielding who actually has the idol, the plan here was simply to convince Jay to stop looking. By using what David knew about how idols were hidden, he was able to put an idol in a convincing hiding spot and trick Jay into no longer looking for it. It's interesting how even 22 seasons after idols were introduced, the strategies around faking them were able to keep on evolving, and they showed no signs of slowing down. Like in David vs Goliath, when Nick did something similar. He found a fake idol that he hid in front of everyone to stop them from looking for the idol that had been rehidden. Now admittedly, I do think this was silly for a multitude of reasons, one of which being it pissed off Davey, but from a results-oriented perspective, it seems to have worked. Granted, Chrissy did something similar in Heroes vs Healers vs Hustlers, when she tried to bluff her super idol from day 3 to stop Ben from looking for the real deal. However, Ben already had the real idol, so that was an ineffective implementation of the strategy. Also technically not a fake idol, expired idol strategy. Fake idol plays started going crazy in the new era, like in Survivor 41, with Ricard hiding a bracelet in the Beware advantage to trick Jeannie into thinking the Beware advantage hadn't been claimed, while Shan said she was only saying her line to gauge the interest of other players.
Broccoli are just small trees.
I found this really funny, but I am curious about what would have happened if Shan wasn't lying here. What if all 3 people had said their lines, and it turns out Shan hadn't actually claimed the idol? Would production have told Xander and Nasir? It's fun to think about. We've also got the new era introducing the need for fake idols in order to play around the knowledge's power advantage. Well, need is a strong word. Xander could have achieved the same effect by simply giving his idol to Tiffany and not having the fake. However, this is a much more stylish implementation of the plan, which does lead to one of my favorite funny Survivor moments.
Do you have an idol, Xander?
No, but you can have this fake.
Bro completely no-sells it, I love it. The new era also reintroduced the idea of bullying by using fake idols to play around Shot in the Darks. Shots in the Dark? Shots in the Darks? I still don't know the plural of this one, but in Survivor 46, Tiffany makes a fake idol to convince Jess not to play her Shot in the Dark. Many people consider this move cruel, unnecessary, and kind of a nothing burger, and while I don't disagree, it is an evolution of fake idols introduced by the new era. Operation Italy is a much more fun one, where the fake idol is necessary to incentivize a vote split and lead to Andy successfully sending Carolyn home. Honestly, I can make an entire video just on the Operation Italy episode. I think it's one of the best episodes of the new era, based almost solely on the fact that they had so much fun with the edit there.
To put together a very difficult mission.
However, say it with me now, This is technically an expired idol strategy. But using it to encourage a split vote to allow you to flip on your allies is really fun. All you need to do is not explain to your enemy exactly why it makes you the greatest gamer to ever live and you'll be golden. Ah, damn it, Andy. The last fake idol strategy I want to talk about is one that was technically done before by Nick and David vs Goliath, Rachel in 47 with a shot in the dark, but was most recently done by RIZGOD RizGod Baby in 49. And that is using your fake idol to figure out if you need to play your real one. This strategy wasn't successful by Nick because he just completely read it wrong.
I don't think you need to play it personally, but
I think I need to play my real idol.
It kind of doesn't count by Rachel because it wasn't a fake idol and was instead a shot in the dark, but RizGod did manage to do it. He did manage to read the room correctly and he did hold his idol for another day. There was a brief period in time after the episode aired when I'd hoped he'd done this to try and trick everyone into thinking his idol was never real the entire time. Not entirely sure that'd work, but I do think that would be a lot of fun and shows just how much more room there is to grow in the fake idol strategy world. And that is a brief look at the evolution of the fake idol strategy. From tricking others to gauging reactions to bullying for fun. There have been a lot of reasons to make a fake idol, with only some of them being the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. But what do you think? Were there any great fake idol moments I missed? How would you use a fake idol? Let me know. Until next time, I've been Henry Hickman Survivor and time to learn 3rd grade arts and crafts so I can make the best looking fake idol of the new era.